Hey y'all, in this video I'm going to show you how to figure out intervals and how to write them above and below a given note. So figuring out the middle intervals is kind of the hardest, like thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths, because they're kind of big and counting all the half steps is a pain. So what we do is we compare them to some reference intervals. The reference intervals for thirds are based upon 1, 4, and 5 in the C scale. So C, F, and G, and any one of these based upon C, F, or G would create a third that's major. So long as it's based upon C, F, or G and has the same accidental, it's going to be a major 3. Let's look at this one down here. It's not based upon that. It's based upon an A. So it's got to be a minor third normally. But since we have this sharp here, it raises it up, makes it slightly bigger by a half step, and so we get major 3 after all. For fourths, we know that all fourths and fifths are perfect. Except the ones that have B and F, if they contain both B and F. Okay, so these have to have the same accidentals too. So this one right here, it's a fourth, and we can see that because it's slightly bigger than line to line or third. 1, 3 there. It's a fourth, and so it's not containing B and F, and it's got to be perfect. This one right here, it's bigger. I see 1, 3, 5. A little bit bigger than 5, so it's got to be a sixth. And I know it's not a fifth anyway, just because if anything's based upon both a space and a line, it's got to be even rather than odd. So it's got to be a sixth. Okay, well, I don't know what type of six it is, but I do know thirds. So if I just put this note below, I see this third, D to F. It's not one of these C, F, or G ones. So normally that would be minor, but it's gone down by a half step and increased the size of the interval, so now it's major. When we flip intervals, though, imperfect intervals change their quality. So they flip quality. When inverted. So this major third here would flip to a minor 6. This one, again, I can see it's on both a line and a space, and because of that it's got to be even, slightly bigger than line to line, so it's got to be a fourth. Since it only contains B and not B and F, it's got to be perfect. So a perfect fourth. This one is really close to G, and it's only half step away. Because of that, it's got to be the biggest type of seventh or a major seventh. This one here, I see that there's D to B. Okay, I'm just going to flip it around for a moment, put that B underneath. So if I had B to D, that would be a minor third. So would B flat to D flat, just because it has the same accidental. If I flip it around or invert it, it's got to be major 6. This one here, it's a fifth and with the same accidental, and it doesn't contain both B and F, so it's got to be perfect. This one I can see it's right next to each other. Normally from E to F and B to C, those are white key half steps. So B to C would be a half step, or just a minor second. Since the C has a sharp on it though, it lifts it up one more and makes it a whole step, or a major second. This one here, well, as before, C, F, and G is a major 3. This isn't based upon that, it's based upon an E. So normally it would be a minor third. But since we have this flat here, which actually takes this distance and moves it down, making the whole thing bigger, it becomes a major 3. Okay, this one here, I can see that it's from a space to a line, so it's got to be even. It's slightly bigger than this, so it's got to be a fourth. But it does contain both B and F, and because of that, it's got to be an augmented fourth.